Oh, it's a pleasure. I love telling them. The other quite fun one that we had, and I might as well tell it because these are quite short stories. It was Christmas time and both lodges were absolutely full with guests. And when you go out on a game drive vehicle, the vehicles are basically stripped down completely. So there's no roof and there's no sides to them. And you have 3 rows of bench seats, and the back row actually sits off the tailgate of the vehicle. So you're kind of exposed because you're not actually inside the vehicle, you're sitting slightly outside of it. Anyway, these guests had gone out on drive with one of our rangers, and they'd stopped to have sundowners while the sun set, and the ranger had then chatted to them saying, look, they are lying around, so we'll try and find them and see what they're doing. And they started their drive, and after about 5 minutes they came across quite a big pride of line, the Wallingford pride, and they were obviously in a hunting mode. So he said, look, what we can do is drive up ahead of the line, and if we find any kind of animals that might be game, we'll then stop and sit very quietly and see if the lions actually approach and if they're going to make a kill. And so all the guests were quite happy with this. But on the back bench seat in the middle was a huge Englishman, absolutely enormous guy, and he was sitting right in the middle with his bum on the base, and then there's a gap, and then his shirt. And they went forward, and after about a kilometre they came across a herd of kudu. And the ranger stopped the vehicle and said, look, this is perfect. We're just going to stop the car right here in the middle of the road. But you've just got to keep very, very quiet. Keep your arms and legs well into the vehicle because the lions are going to come up either side of the vehicle and stalk the kudu. And if anything is a problem for you, just try and get my attention. Make a noise, do whatever you want to, but just get my attention so I know there's something wrong. Anyway, everybody's happy and it's dead silent, and after a few minutes they can hear the pads of the lion's feet coming down the road, this doof, 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 very quietly, and then suddenly 2 female lionesses appeared either side of the Land Rover in full stalking mode, and everybody's now really intense, and the kudu don't know anything about it, and suddenly the ranger hears this noise, "Aah!" and he thinks, what the hell is that? And he ignored it, and about 10 seconds went by and he hears, "Ee!" And he thought, no, there's something wrong. So he started the car, drove off down the road to get to a safe point, stopped the car, and then got out and said, okay, what's the problem? And it turned out what had happened was the female lionesses had walked down either side of the car, and there was a huge male lion that was just plodding along behind them without looking. And he'd walk right up under the back of the Land Rover and then put his nose up, and the guy's bum was right there, and he was actually sniffing the Englishman's bum. And the Englishman looked down, and all he saw was this huge lion head, right where all his private parts were.
But what kind of cars are these that you're so exposed?
It's a Land Rover. It's a basic Land Rover body, and then you cut all the windows off and the roof and everything else. And then you fit these bench seats quite high up, but you have no frame over you at all, so you're completely open. And very often your driver won't even have a door on the side. So it's easier for him when he's reversing to look out and so on. And it's just the style that was the thing for a safari, but did lead to a lot of problems.